Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the wonderful world of gambling and betting websites, specifically Bet365, who are the biggest in the country, basically. Now, a few months ago, I put out this video telling you all how I lost £100,000 to gambling. Now, if you thought that I was exaggerating about that, I'm here to show you proof that I most likely was not exaggerating. I was spot on, well, not spot on, I don't know the exact figure, but we're going to show you exactly how much I've lost specifically to this one company. And trust me, this is not the only company that I used, right? So recently I submitted a subject access request to Bet365 in order to get all my historical data, transactions, correspondence and things like that. I have a very specific reason why I did this, and we're going to get into it in a minute, but they sent me back all the data, all the transactions and everything that I've ever done on their website. And now it's a 17-year a 17-year spell I was with them, and I used their services. Now, what we're going to look at now. So this is a summary of my entire 17 years from 2008 to 2025. Actually, I ended with them in 2024, so it's technically 16 years. Now, the deposits during that period of time, I deposited £69,474.36, and I withdrew £41,529.78. So during the course of that 16-year period with them, I lost a total of £18,000. So if you take that as just from one company, £18,000, then from all the companies that I've used, and there have been a lot, is likely to turn out to be around about £100,000, maybe more. Maybe a little bit less, I don't know, but it was approximate. Interestingly, though, because that is a lot of money, by the way, that's a shit ton of money, I'm not gonna lie. That is money that I've won, and then I've withdrawn it, and then I regurgitated it back into the company. So I don't think I've had £69,000 in wages that I've plunged into it, but anyway. More interestingly is this figure. See that 1 second from bottom? Sports stakes, £590,968, and sports returns of £562,797. So basically what that means is during the course of the 16 years, I have placed over £500,000 worth of bets, right? Now, just to clarify, I've never held £500,000 in cash or in my bank at any one time. So it's not that I've had £500,000 that I've frittered away. It's basically that I've won money, and then I've continued to bet that money, and then I've won it, and then I've bet it and won it and bet it and things like that. But if you look at that, the amount of money that I've been placing on sports betting in particular has been insane, and that actually frightened me. And it should frighten you if you ever think about going into the betting game. I'd say just don't bother, right? That's a frightening amount of money to be dealing with, and then losing. It's not worth it. Now, onto the bit that I wanted to have proof of, which is why I submitted the subject access request in the first place. So when I did my story about my gambling experience, I mentioned that I'd fucked some people over time. I'd taken money from people. And on one occasion, I stole my friend's bank card. Right? I'm not proud of that, by the way, at all. It's something I shouldn't have done, clearly, and it was dealt with my friend, and we're still friends now, right? So my problem here is with this betting company in for what they did at the time, right? So here are the transactions. I've found them. So they sent me all the transactions, all the bets I've ever placed, and it was insane looking through them all, right? So back in 26th of May of 2013, I deposited rather the first bet ever, or rather the first deposit ever, using my friend's bank card. It was of £20, just a tentative amount, just to test the waters, and it started a chain of events, right? The next one was £40. That was on the same day, by the way. So I'd obviously deposited £20, lost it, and then deposited another £40. This is using my friend's bank card. And on the same day as that, again, if we scroll up, we'll see another one of £40. That was on the same day. That's £100 I deposited of my friend's money on that one day. But it didn't end there. On to the next day. If we scroll up here, we'll find another deposit. It was again, I want to stress that I'm not proud of this just because I'm talking about it now. It's not something that I'm proud of, but it is something I want to talk about. So, Anyway, the next deposit was of £40 again. That's £140 so far we've taken, which was not, well, I've taken. The next one was £30. That's now £170. And then £50. So we're on now to £220 so far. We've taken off, well, I keep saying we, it's me, obviously it's me. The next one was £80, so that is £300 up to now. And this is just over a 2 or 3 day period so far, which is insane. So it's £300. We scroll up a bit more. The next one was £50, so that's £350. And I'm clearly just losing money and just depositing it again, because why not, isn't it? This is insane. And then another £50. That is £400 now so far we've taken of my friend's money. And then let's see, we scroll up a bit more. Stuck on £400. Placing lots of bets here, losing quite clearly. Another £50. That's £450. Now, the fact that I'm just placing bets and then depositing, it's like it's not registering with me the money that's going in at all. Then on the 30th of May, after a 5-day spell, I finally make a withdrawal. This is like when I come to my senses, right? I withdraw £95.46. That goes back to my friends. So if we take that away, it equals £350 roughly that I took from him. But it doesn't even matter, the amount that I withdrew and had sent back to him. That doesn't matter, because I still took £450, right? So I'm a terrible human being for doing that, right? But I decided to tell Bet365 about it, to confess my sins, if you like. And I've got the actual conversation that I had with them at the time. So this is the live chat that I had with them. It says, "Hello, welcome to Bet365 live chat. How may I help you?" So I had to say, "Hi, I'm not quite sure how to deal with this, but basically I need to confess that I have been using a friend's card details without his knowledge. All deposits made using the card ending 9765 need to be cancelled." She said, "In order for me to discuss specific details of your account, could I please have your full digit?" Right, and it went through this security, right? And then they said, "Thank you. Can you please confirm if all the other cards registered to the account belong to you?" And I said, "The others are mine, yes." "Thank you. One moment, please. I am just reviewing your account now. This may take a few moments." Okay. And then she said, "Which card would you like to use from now on?" That's the first clue, right? What should be happening in this situation is me saying this should trigger like a chain of events, which is similar to, I don't know, like cancelling my account, closing my account, suspending my account, and then like an investigation or reporting it to something. I don't know the exact procedures, but what shouldn't have happened in this situation is, which card would you like to use from now on? So I told her which card, because obviously at the time I'm deep in my compulsive gambling stage, right? So I'm not thinking, I want my account to be closed down. I'm thinking, okay, they're being okay by it, and then she says, "I can confirm that the card ending 9765 has been removed from your account. If you wish to change the card registered to the account in future, you will need to contact us and we can do this for you." Okay, I said. Then she said, "Is there anything else I can help you with today?" And I was a little bit dumbstruck. Even at the time, I thought, what actually is going on here? So I said to her, "Yes, I just told you I had been using someone else's card fraudulently. I expected you to do something about it." And she said, "This card has been removed from your account and we are currently running security checks on the other cards placed on your account to confirm that they belong to you. If these checks come back as not belonging to you, then your account will be suspended and a full investigation will follow." Then she said, "There are currently restrictions in place that will not allow you to add any other card until these same checks have been carried out." I then said, "What I need to happen is that any deposits made using that card be cancelled and refunded to that card. It's easy to see the card wasn't mine, registered to a different address with a different name, etc." Then she said the name added onto this card was G. Watson, that's me. Then she said, "Your account would have been reviewed when this card was added. Some people do have different billing addresses, blah, blah." She said, "The checks on your account are still underway." And then she came back, "The checks on your account are now complete. The card has been removed and the funds have now been sent back to the card ending 9765. I don't know if they were. I don't think they were. On my statement, it doesn't say they were. So I don't know about that. But either way, she said, "Is there anything else I can help you with today?" And that was fine. Off you go. So it just seems like they skimmed over the fact that it was a fraudulent transaction, and the problem I have are multiple, actually. It's just that if I'm telling them that I've committed a crime to use their service, what they shouldn't have done is allowed me to carry on using that service, because it means one of two things. One, I've committed a crime to do so, and two, if I'm willing to commit a crime in order to bet, it means that I have a problem gambling, right? There's no two ways about it. Nobody would place a bet using somebody else's card if they were in control of the gambling. So that's the problem that I have with it. They allowed me to continue, and what happened then was that I lost a lot of money in the next 11 years or so, right? So I've gone through, this took a long time to calculate, right? I've gone through all the transactions that I've made, all the money that I've deposited, all the money that I've won through them after this conversation, and because in my opinion they should have closed my account down, and I think legally they should have done that. I think what they've done wasn't legal, and I've reported them to the gambling commission who deal with these sort of things. But it's very interesting to note that since this conversation, in the next 11 years, I've deposited £22,400. I've withdrawn £16,900, which means I made a total loss and they made a total profit out of me, knowing that I'm a problem gambler and that, you know, I've made a total loss of £5,465.26. I'm sure that's give or take. I tried my best to get it accurately, but it's around about that £5,000. So, in my opinion, it's insane that they allowed me to carry on. And some of you probably listen to this thinking, "Oh, he's just trying to make excuses. It was his fault to, that he did this in the first place, and he willingly gave them money, right?" But trust me, I was clearly a compulsive gambler, and they shouldn't have taken my money. This isn't all that I'm complaining about, though. I just think that they should have closed my account down, and it was not responsible of them to allow me to carry on. Right, that is my main concern. The other thing that I always found weird, because you'll know from this that I was a compulsive gambler, because the money that I was depositing using my friend's bank card, I never had any opportunity, never had any possibility of making money out of it, because any money that I deposited and gambled, I would have had to withdraw back to his card. So he would have been the one making the money out of it. So what was I getting out of it? I wasn't getting anything out of it. I couldn't win any money out of it. So that simple fact goes to show that I was just doing it because I needed to do it. It wasn't for the money. So there you go. Anyway, I'll let you all let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments down below, and I will keep you updated in the future what happens with this. I'm going to complain to Bet365 as well. Just let them know that that they've done wrong, and see what they want to do about it. And I'll let you know anything that comes up after that. I'm not trying to excuse anything that I did, but I did. There are reasons, extenuating reasons why. So let me know what you think about it all in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Until next time, take care and bye bye.